Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Married to Medicine, Season 9, Episode 8. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and I also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So we don't have any comments from last week's video, so we're going to jump right on in. Anila, fresh home from Vegas, is already fixing herself a drink. Even though that she has been drunk the whole weekend, which that weekend looked like fun. That restaurant, that food. I'm scared of heights, so I don't know if I would have been doing a little hang gliding situation. I would have been like Toya crying in the corner somewhere. But it looks like fun. So she's catching up Dr. Kieran on what then went on and how the comment that Toya made about Eugene, like, I assumed that it was gonna get bigger at some time, at some point, and it didn't. And how Toya was like, if she can swap husbands, it would be with Dr. Kieran. And I'm like, this is not going to go good for Dr. Eugene, because he done already got into with Dr. Kieran because he felt like y'all was making fun of us moving all the time because we be moving all the time. And now my wife is talking about my private areas and how she would swap places to be with you. That's not going to go over good with Dr. Eugene. It's just not. Now we got to talk about Anila's mom and daddy moving in. Now, y'all already know how he feels about these parents. It was like, okay, now if they gonna be moving in, we gonna have some rules. Like, before you cook food, I'm gonna need you to wash your hands. I need you to go to the sink, turn the water on, get some soap, put some water on the soap, rub your hands 30, 40 seconds, rinse, dry your hands, then proceed to cook. And, if you touch meat, wash your hands. Same process before. Get a little water on your hand, get soap on your hand, a little water on that soap, wash hands. Do this each time you touch meat. It's like things that should be common sense, the mama not doing. Another thing, don't be leaving plates all over the house. Dirty plates belong in the kitchen, in the sink, to be rinsed off and then put in the dishwasher. Or if you just want to wash it by hand, do that. But don't just be leaving a dirty plate just on the doggone stairs or right by the front door or in your bedroom. No, that's nasty. That's how you get roaches. So if y'all can't abide by these rules, y'all don't even need to be coming. And I am so here for it. I really am. Like, I done said this many a times. When I go to bed at night, I don't want any dirty dishes in my sink. And I have learned, now that we done moved and got a dishwasher, do not turn it on until after my husband is going to work. Because he would have a tendency, I done already put stuff in the dishwasher and I done turned it on and I done, got me a good shower for the night and I'm in there watching TV. He done got up and ate something again. So now there's dishes in the sink and me, I just do not like it. So I will wait. Okay, you ate something again. You walking out the door. I can put this in the dishwasher right now. But like, these should be it should be common sense. But for whatever reason, Anila's mom and daddy just not getting it. Now, Toya and Dr. Eugene, they had an incident with their son, I think it's their oldest son, while she was in Vegas. He was invited to a birthday party. While there, one of the new kids in the neighborhood accused him of stealing from the birthday boy. He had bought the birthday boy some kind of like, I guess like a card, like a gift card to a game. I don't know nothing about, like, I guess you can get card, like, okay, there's some money on this card for this specific gaming system. Bought him that. Well, he was like, hey, I got you this card, and another card ended up going missing. So all the boys got together looking through his backpack because they associated, oh, hey, I got you with this card to this card missing. And it's the new boy in the neighborhood that's breaking all this fuss. And I was like, now, if you've known these other boys who this party has been invited to for a good amount of time, they would know your character and they would know, no, he wouldn't. No, he's not a stealer like that. That's something he does not do. But he felt hurt and upset because they looking at me like I'm out here stealing. And Dr. Eugene's thing was like, surround yourself with the right people. But I'm like, was those not the right people? Do you not know who these kids were that he was going to? Like, I'm telling you, when I was little, I had a select group of friends. I had my friend and her sister. I'm not going to put their names out there. We was friends from me kindergarten through like half of third grade. Then I moved out of town for a time, and I came back, and over the years moving back and forth out of town, we've always stayed in touch. And there has never been a time where she has accused me of stealing from her, or I accuse her from stealing from me. It's just not like that. When I got older, it was me hanging out with my cousin. Like, I'm the type of person, you got money on the coffee table, I'm not gonna mess with it. But if there's a chance, if you got some candy or some food laying around, I'm like, I'm getting one of your fries right quick, all right, because I'm hungry. I'm not for to steal your stuff. But it's like, it's sad that the kids was like looking at him like he got to be stealing. Like, what I need to steal for? My mom and daddy got money. What I need to steal this doggone what, $40 card from you? When I can just like, hey, mama, daddy, I want to play this game. I want to get some stuff for this game. Bam, boom, bam. But yeah, it was sad that he had to go through that. But that's bringing in Toya upset because she's feeling like Eugene not spending time with the kids. And it seems like they arguing with the kids a lot because the one of the sons was like, y'all argue, why are y'all arguing again? It's like, when we gotta like talk to y'all about how y'all arguing all the time, that's not looking good. So y'all, Anila's mom and daddy, they show up, and Dr. Karen is like, okay, here's y'all drinks, and I have a list of some house rules. I done wrote it out in both English and in Hindi. So y'all, was it Hindi or Hindu? I apologize. I wrote down Hindi, and I hope I'm hoping that is right. Anila's mama like, I think mom and daddy like, what we need rules for the house for? We the parents. But apparently y'all do need some rules. Cause like, she be walking in on people. And she was like, what I need? She busting in the door. She's like, well, you was in the shower, you couldn't hear him. He's like, yeah, but you had to go through 2 other doors before you got to the shower, before you busted in on there. Like, no, not before you come into the room. See this? Wash your hands before you cook. Wash your hands after you cook. Excuse me. While you're cooking, be cleaning up. That's another thing. When I'm cooking, I didn't use something to mix some stuff together, and I'm no longer using that bowl while stuff is on the stove. I am washing that bowl and getting it out of the way. So once I'm done cooking, I don't have any more like cooking utensils and stuff to use. Only thing else that's gonna get dirty is like plates, forks, spoons, knives, and stuff like that. I'm making sure I'm cleaning as I'm going. And they looking like, you want us to wash our hands? You want us to do this? Why would we do this? I'm like, sir, ma'am, so we can keep this house clean. And she's like, she just thinks it's foreign that y'all want me to knock on doors. Like, yes, knock on the door. I'm in here taking a shower, and when I tell you, I fell out when he said that, what did he say? That she gonna walk in and see the figment of Toya's imagination. I was like, why would you bring that up? See, Anila, you should have never told, I guess it was gonna be on TV anyway, but now he were talking about some, yes, your mama was gonna see what Toya she wanna get with. Your mama gonna walk in and see that. And when I tell you, I hollered. My husband looked at me like, what you hollering for? And I was like, you know me, when I'm watching these shows and somebody say something that just takes me all the way back, I'm going to holler. Yes. So y'all, Dr. Simone and Cecil, they done got Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa, Dr. Damon and Dr. Scott over their house so they can discuss their book. Everything was going fine until Dr. Damon was like, when women, they get to arguing, they get to cutting deep. Men, they don't cut so deep, but y'all just be going there. And since Dr. Contessa is all in her feelings, she was like, oh, you must be talking about Dr. Heavenly. Now, y'all know, Dr. Heavenly don't look you, talking too much to Dr. Damon. He can't have too many friends. What you talking to my man for? What you doing all this? Like, why don't you shut the F up and let this man talk? Now, this is when I know things got serious, because Dr. Damon got the cussing. Now, y'all know Dr. Damon don't be cussing out here at all. So, Dr. Contessa not heavily going back and forth, and he just had enough. He was like, you know what? I'm going to leave, because I told you to hush several times and you don't hush. Now, y'all know usually he like Heavenly, and she be like, okay, daddy. And she just stop what she doing. But she not doing that right now. She's continuous in talking. So he gets so mad that he's like, I'm leaving. And I don't want to talk to you right now because I'm upset. And I don't like being upset. And you're making me upset. And I'm like, we never seen, at least I don't remember Dr. Damon acting like that. So much so that he don't want to even talk to Heavenly because she done just pissed him off. And I was like, ooh. Like, I don't remember this side of Dr. Damon. So it kind of took me aback. Like, I just got off of work. I thought this was going to be a cool, friends, dinner type situation with some good food. And now y'all two going back and forth. And I'm just not here for it. And I was like, ooh. He's like, I told you to hush, and you kept on talking. And usually God can just say, stop that, Heavenly. And you do, and you didn't this time. Yeah. Dr. Damon started to cuss, y'all. So we are at Dr. Jackie's office, and she is, first of all, Neela, why don't you bring your mama to this orgasm party? That's the first thing. There is no way that I would have brought my mama there. No way in the world. I was already uncomfortable when me and my mama was invited to a passion party. In our defense, we thought that it was a fashion party until we got to the house and we walked through the door and I seen what was on the table, but my mama didn't. And I'm like 19 years old at the time, and I'm with like some older cousins, my auntie, and some other people. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so awkward, and we're still 19 years old, but I'm still like young, and my older cousins and them was there. It was just awkward. But once mama found out what was going on, she's like, Anila, you not getting that done. And it just seemed like a needle should not be going into that place. So I don't know what I was watching, but a lady got an old shot and it was working too good. Like, it was working. Like, I'm just walking down the street and bam, I'm cooking and bam, like it's going off all the time to no longer where it's not fun. It's a hazard at this time. But yeah. But Anila, she does go up to Dr. Jackie like, girl, I'm going to be back in a little bit when my mama not here. That's it. Your mama was probably there because Dr. Kieran wanted her up out the house. Like, yeah. I need you to go and not be busting in the rooms and cooking without washing your hands and leaving food all over the house. I'm going to need you not to do that. Just because we have a housekeeper and a maid does not mean that they should be up or picking up plates of food all over the house. So Dr. Heavenly doesn't show up because she's dealing with her mom. Her mom is like, I'm about to be put in hospice. She's having breathing troubles and all these things, and she's been going through a lot. Then on top of that is like she's premenopausal, so her anger is out of control. And they talked about what went on at the dinner. And once Contessa found out that Dr. Heavenly's mom was transitioning from this world, she cut that off and was like, I didn't know. I know what it's like because my mom, she passed away, and that was the hardest thing I had ever been through. So she got all the girls together and they did a prayer for Dr. Heavenly's mom. That shows that, you know, even though Dr. Contessa's mad, she did sympathize and empathize with Dr. Heavenly and what she's going through, because that is the hardest thing that you will ever have to do. And she was like, I'm mad at this girl right now, but, you know, if she was going anything what I'm going through, I know she is hurting. And I'm like, that could be another thing why she's angry and lashing out, because what she's going through with her mom. So that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on some of my beautiful Facebook's video. You can click on it, you can like it, and share with your people. You can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.